Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for coming and your all lovely creations. So today I will be talking about motherhood. And this time, it's not about the beauty of it all, but the messiness of it all. And honestly, mothers are speaking out about this. Also, if you guys haven't seen already, I have a new setup. So I have a TV showing like what I'm talking about. I have some wallpapers over here. I really love my new setup and I hope you guys love it too. But anyways, let's get into the video.
Listen to me when I say this. Do not have kids if you don't know the possibilities of your chance, the possibility and risk of your kids having Down syndrome, autism, being on the spectrum, cerebral palsy, all the above. Do not have kids. So from time to time, I let my son come in here and play with his toys. He was way too quiet. Like, bro, this is the type of that you gotta deal with. Water on the floor. He put the cashews and water in a blender and poured it on the plate and missed the plate. I'm tired. Every day is something. And then on top of that, me not having help from nobody, having no support system, nobody. He's with me 24/7. If you don't have no support system, if nobody's willing to get your kids and kick them a couple days so you can accomplish stuff, do stuff, get a peace of mind, even for a couple hours, don't have no kids. Every day I tell myself, like, this is just too much for me. And then I question myself. And then I just be feeling like you don't even deserve. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. I was talking to his dad and I asked him, I said, name one thing it is that you want to do that you can't do because you have kids. And he just sat there quiet and looking at me and couldn't say nothing. He told me we'll finish the conversation when I make it home. Do y'all think we got on the phone and talked about it? Or said one word about it? No. Like, I try to give him freedom to play in the living room. We already live in a one bedroom. You can see how big my house is. Literally the hallway room, living room. Like, I try to give him the freedom to at least play in his bounce house and play with his toys, but I can't even do that. I ain't have my eyes off him for long. He kept running back and forth from the room to in the living room. Sometimes I really feel like God put too much on me that I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I just can't do it no more. I can't. And if he has somebody that would get him, so I can at least mentally get myself together and take care of stuff I need.
So I'm stopping it here because I have a couple thoughts. My heart is broken for this mother because I feel where she's coming from. That frustration, it's like when you have all these feelings bottled up, it just comes out like that. Something I noticed about motherhood is that people expect you to be the perfect human being. Have patience, regulate your emotions. You have to be okay with having an unclean house sometimes. You have to be willing to resist the urge to whoop your kids. And I feel like until you're ready for those things, you don't have kids. Because a lot of people want kids because, they got baby fever, they think the kids are cute, they think they're ready, but until it happens, you don't know nothing. My dad teaches me that I should not want for a boyfriend or any kind of relationship at a young age. Because then that urge turns into temptation, that temptation turns into action, and then that action turns into you ended up with somebody. And there are a lot of factors in a relationship that you have to contribute to, that you find yourself in, which are factors that if you're a selfish person or if you are not ready to contribute to certain things in a relationship that you should not be wanting a relationship for. Yes, it looks cute on the outside, like the idea of having someone choose you, want you, like you specifically. That feeling, that want is understandable. But you have to understand that until you're ready to experience something like that, to not give your life away for someone you don't even know would do the same for you, you have to make sure that you are ready for yourself for things like you think that may not happen, like breakup, like insecurity, like overthinking. Because sometimes people in relationships, they overthink. They're like, am I typing this wrong? And did I say something weird? Hopefully that hug wasn't too awkward. Like there's a lot, especially when the relationship is early or you guys are just in like the friend or like dating thing. You guys aren't official yet. So just be careful. Don't rush into things, and please don't get into too many relationships. Don't go around messing with the wrong people, and please don't go around after you break up go and find somebody else immediately. Okay, you don't need somebody to keep you occupied because you have nothing to do, or you don't need somebody to reassure you all the time. The only reassurance you need is from yourself and from God. So keep that in mind. Anyway, let's continue the video.
He with me. He been with me for 3 weeks. I can't even work. I can't even attempt to, and if I do, he gotta be with me and be in danger. Go get on the potty if you boo-boo. Like, we've been working on stuff, potty training. He's potty trained. He's fully potty trained. But I'm going through a lot, and it just don't make it no better. I be wanting to give up everything, and it's just not fair to him at all. It's not fair to me. Like, I don't know what.
What Christopher Zion Frazier did to my house. All behind me asking him to wash the dishes. This is what I come home to. My shit home. Look. Broke my mirror. All it. Because I asked him to wash the dishes.
That kid would have been getting whooped. That kid would have been getting spanked all around the house when he comes home. That mess, breaking the mirror, pushing down plants, ruining the kitchen, all because you asked him to wash the dishes? You asked him to wash the dishes, and he trashed your house in return while you were gone? He could have burned down the house with this attitude, with this behavior. There should be some line of like discipline or consequence. I'm sure there has been some kind of consequence within her household, but it's like, how much consequence? Is it enough or is it not enough? Or is there a lack of like understanding, talking to your kid about what's right and what's wrong and expecting him to just do right? I feel like, especially with being a mom, being raised in a certain way also makes you behave a certain way to your child. So imagine you grew up getting whooped if you did something bad, or just not being explained why what I did was wrong, and they just expected you to do what's right. Then you go around and reciprocate that to your child, and you're wondering why isn't my child behaving? Maybe that's because you aren't explaining stuff to him, to her. That could just be it. Now, I don't know. Every kid receives information differently. Every kid has a different mindset. But I think you have to study your child first, understand your child, and sympathize with your child for the parenting to be a little easier. Now, let's move on and continue watching.
I seriously urge you guys to please you will never know happiness again. That's all there is to it. You won't. Every day sucks. Every single day. Every single day. I would say 8 out of 10 days are bad days. If you are someone that values your house being clean or having a clean space, don't have children. If you are someone who values your sleep, don't have children. If you are someone who has issues with regulating your emotions, don't have children. If you are someone with not a lot of patience, don't have children. If you want any peace in your life, don't have children. Like, I'm so serious, guys, please. Like, not only does the world not need any more children, and the economy doesn't need any more children, you don't need to file either. Trust and believe. Unless you want to look like this every single day of your life.
Are you joking? So I just spent nearly 4 or 5 hours making homemade tortillas because we don't have money to go buy. Put them back. No. It is eat. If you're not eating, you're going down for a nap. Put them back. You just less than 30 minutes ago had an absolute connection fit about wanting food. I make you the food, now you don't want it. That's fine. It's not playtime. Because I did not just slave over that kitchen for hours for you not to eat any of that food and then immediately go and play. No, you're going down for a nap. You drain the rest of my energy, you're going down for a nap. I don't care.
One thing went through my head as I watched those 2 clips. They cannot catch a break. As soon as you become a mother, your life is not yours. Your life is dedicated to your children. And I think a lot of people should expect that. You can't have girls' night out sometimes. You can't leave your kids inside the house without worrying about them. You can't not have anxiety about something, right? You can't not have a good night's rest unless your kids are like fast asleep. Especially when they're babies, they cry in the middle of the night, they're hungry in the middle of the night, they need a diaper change. Your sleep is gone. Your life is your kids. When people say, my world is my kids, you are my world, guarantee you that is 100% not the false truth. It's not them being nice, that's the truth. Your kids are your world. Because not every day of your life is you trying to nurture another human being. That woman in the second clip had to stop her rant to go yell at her kids, rant to her kids, like put the food down. She could not even record like a 10-minute, 5-minute video of her talking without her kids bothering her in the middle of a video. Now, I'm not saying that kids are always annoying and inconvenience. They can be annoying at times, right? But you have to understand that none of it is going to be sunshine and rainbows all the time. You may think, oh, they're gonna cry every now and then, they are gonna throw no. You're gonna need to deal with the dirty diapers. The toddler stage. You're gonna have to deal with trying to wake up early every morning, right? If you have a day job, you have to wake up every morning, make breakfast for you and your kids. Sometimes you skip breakfast because you don't have food for your kids sometimes. That's why my parents tell me not to rush into life, not to get into relationships, not to rush quick into motherhood. You have to be prepared. It is preparation, it is work, it is mentally exhausting, it is emotionally exhausting, physically exhausting, it is exhausting your body in every kind of way. And that changes people. Let's continue watching.
But I love my child, but I hate being a mom. And I feel like people that are only moms can only understand this saying. You can love your child but hate being a mom, because being a mom comes with so much responsibility. But the thing that I hate most about being a mom is the fact of how vulnerable it makes me And the fact that every single decision I make, I have to think about my child. Like, there's no form of selfishness, if you get what I mean. I really hate how vulnerable that makes me. Some people love that about being a mom, like you're vulnerable, like me, no. Like, bro, I think about so many things. If my child gets bullied, if my child goes to someone's house and they do something, like that is putting not only them, but me in a vulnerable position, if you get what I mean. And I can be strong for my child so much. You get it? Like, they're gonna have to go through certain things in life that I'm not gonna have any control over, heartbreak, all of that. And it's like, damn, like, I understand it's hurting my child, but it's putting me in such a vulnerable position. It's just such a hard thing, you know? A very, very hard thing.
She's right. Being a mom is very vulnerable. Being a mom puts you in a position where sometimes you have to acknowledge that there are some things in life you may not have control over. And some things, if you are a selfish person, which is not a lot of people won't normally admit in their day-to-day life, having kids will probably be your worst nightmare, because you have to share your bed with your kids. You have to think about them 24/7. You cannot have an ounce of what about me. You can, like, nothing. Being selfish is not an option. You cannot constantly think about yourself, because in your mind will always be occupied by your kids. Another thing, right? Most of these women, some of these women, or not even the women in the video, some women sometimes are single parents. And when you're a single parent, you lack an extra defense. You lack another support system. And I feel like the main cause of why mothers are coming out with such like breakdowns, crying on cameras, because some of them don't have a support system beyond husband and wife. Some of them are doing this mother thing alone. Some of them are just not properly prepared. And that's not easy. That is so exhausting when you do not have proper support. When you can't let your kids go to a trusted adult every now and then. When you don't have too much advice from a family member who understands where you're coming from. When you can't have a break. When you have to worry about how my kid's gonna be when I go to work. You know, I don't want to leave them at home. What happens when I leave them at the house? Something happens to them. I don't want that, especially when you have toddlers. You can't work at all. You gotta have somebody else taking care of them while you go to work. Because if you have a baby, a toddler, you either bring them to work with you or they stay home and something bad happens and you are, what am I gonna do? My child's out of the house, or there's a fire on the stove, or my house is a mess, or you know, everybody's yelling and screaming and arguing if the kids have siblings, something. So having a lack of a support system is absolutely makes it even 10 times harder for you to be a mother. So guys, like I said, please don't rush into anything. Please don't rush into motherhood, and please don't rush into having a boyfriend or a relationship or a girlfriend or anything like that. Because the type of trouble you will be setting yourself up for in the future is way beyond anything you've ever experienced, okay? Because motherhood is not something you can do by yourself, okay? Motherhood is a powerful change in your life. You have the ability to bring other people into the world. So please use that ability wisely. Don't have kids with the wrong person. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to comment down below what you guys think of the whole topic of motherhood. Do you guys notice anything about your mother? Like, what do you guys want to say about your mother? What are her strengths, you know? What is it that you admire about your mother? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you guys in the next one. Bye!